Morning everyone, this is Mary. You're watching another little piece of my art. I am going to, happy Groundhog Day, by the way. Phil let us down. He saw his shadow and ran away. So 6 more weeks of winter, which we have regardless, because it's not spring until it's spring. But I have a new series that I want to try out and see what you guys think. It's going to be called Tiny Tuesday or Mini Monday, depending on when I film. So that all depends on my family's schedule and if they're home or not. So obviously today will be Tiny Tuesday. In this series, I want to color things that are either small or things with very small details. So that's how I came up with the name Tiny Tuesday and Mini Monday. It's going to be either or. Today we're going to look at coloring this color by numbers pencil set. This is by Royal and Langnickel. These are 99 cents in Walmart. My hubby put one of these in all of our Christmas stockings last year. And I just got around to messing with it. So on the back you get your color chart here if you want to use something else, which I'm going to do because I have an obsession with mini things. I have 3 dollhouses and a bunch of mini things. So I want to save these pencils just the way they are. I'll put them in my mini shadow box that I have, mini art supplies. So yeah, and I think it would be very awkward to work with these tiny pencils anyway. And then what would you do about when you have to sharpen? So I'm just going to leave those the way they are, but I wanted to show them to you. And inside you get your pencils and you get one coloring page. So here's the page, and then there's just a piece of cardboard, I guess, for you to work on. And this one is fish. They have several different to choose from there. So now what it says on the back is that we recommend you fix the 2 together with a pin in the top left and right corners. As you color, refer to this guide from time to time by folding the overlay backwards and forwards. Okay, so if I'm going to be folding it backwards and forwards, I don't see a reason why I should take a pin to it and make a, I think that would make a hole. So I'm just going to, I guess, tape the 2 together and see how that works out. So stick my tape there. Just going to tape the overlay instruction sheet here to the cardboard. This is cardboard, what you color on. It's cardboard, so you can use whatever you want. I'm going to use these markers. My father-in-law just gave this to me last night. He is a big fan of the app Wish. And he bought these for me, so it just says 12 colors, ideal for renderings, art, calligraphy design, animation design, etc., made in China. It doesn't tell me their name or anything, and it has a fine point and a brush tip. I tried these last night in one of my other books, and I added water to them, and they actually worked really nicely as a watercolor medium. So yeah, if you see these on, if you're a Wish person and you see these on Wish and you wondered what they were like, they are just fine. I don't know if that I have all of the colors. What's in here, we'll give it a go, and then if I need to get some more colors, I always can. Alright, so let's see here. Number 10 is black. I usually try to start with the lightest color, so that will be number 1. Which will be yellow. All right. So, number 1, let's see. This sticks long, this long piece here, I'll make a mark so I know that that's going to be 1. The outside of this fish, the inside of his tail, this piece of ground or bottom of the sea. All right, so I think that's good enough for right now to start with. I hope you can see okay. It is very sunny, hence the groundhog, Trader Groundhog Phil, seeing his shadow, depriving me of an early spring. He's so mean. I guess it could be worse. My best friend is in New Jersey, and they are absolutely slammed with no signs of stopping. I think they have 2 to 3 feet right, or in her area anyway, right now. So, yeah, I'm not going to complain. It is very cold, though. It's about 17 degrees. And then, you know, there's always the wind chill that makes it feel a lot colder. So it feels to be, they say, about 7 degrees. So yeah, when the weather gets like that, I don't even want to go anywhere or do anything. But we do need to get ourselves to the store here soon. So we're out of the basics, milk and bread and stuff. I mean, not that we're going to starve or anything, but it'd be nice to get some groceries in this house. Thank you all for your kind comments regarding our dogs passing. It was very heartwarming to read all of those. I haven't responded to them yet, but I will do that when I get a chance. He was a Brittany Spaniel. So my 2 Shih Tzus, the ones that you see me filming with sometimes, they are still with us. He was my older dog, and we adopted him in 2008. He was bred to be a hunting dog, but he was afraid of the sound of gunfire, and apparently his original owner was abusing him. So we took him in 2008. He was about 6 or 9 months old, I think, at the time. I'm not really sure exactly his age to say how long he lived, but he was forever scared of loud noises, could not tolerate thunder or fireworks. When the tornado came, poor guy was behind my back. Like, he managed to get in my bed because it came very late at night. He managed to get into my bed and somehow tunnel underneath my back so that I was basically laying on top of him because he was so terrified of anything that sounded like gunshots, I guess. He was very skittish. He was very skittish all his life, but he was such a good boy and never ever sick or anything. I mean, he was just really a joy. So, yeah, we will miss him. So now I'm looking to adopt another dog. Not that he's replaceable by any means, but we like to give our love and open our home to pets that have special needs or, you know, have been in abusive situations, and we like to take care of them instead of, you know, buying a new puppy. Not that I have never done that, because when my daughter was little, I bought her a miniature dachshund puppy from a friend who bred them, and she was $600, which was a lot in the 90s, you know. Still a lot, but back then I had to make payments on the dog. And they live a very long time, so she lived until my daughter was graduating high school, which I think was 2008 or 9. Lord, I can't even remember anymore. So yeah, that was the last time I purchased a dog, and now I look for ones that have special needs. So, whoops, I am messing this up, you guys. My older Shih Tzu, the one I have right now that you see me talking about a lot, she is very shy, really is terrified of people. Their home burned in a fire is how I got them. They were living in a basement of someone's house when we got the call that they were needing a home. So that's how we got them. And yes, the older Shih Tzu female, she's very scared, very shy and frightened of people. I'm not really sure, what's happened in her life, but I will gladly provide shelter and love to her for as long as she has left. Now, the littler one was born with some kind of hip problem. One of her feet turns in, and they couldn't sell her. Nobody would buy her because of that. And I guess the vet told them to put her down because she couldn't have children, she couldn't breed. So, sometimes in the world of animal breeding, I am messing this up, aren't I? This is considered, they're not worth keeping alive if they can't breed and provide you with more money, which is so sad. But the girl that had her did not do that. She kept her, and Toto, which we call her Little Bit, she now walks and runs and jumps with the best of them. So, yeah, it's fun to, well, I won't say fun, but it's rewarding to adopt animals that, that are not considered worthy or wanted in the world of dog selling and trading. Okay, I can't find a number 2. I don't have that in my marker set, which is this like peach color. So I'm going to skip to number 3. It looks like it's a coral color on here. I'm going to go with this color for this piece because I don't think I have a marker of that color, and if I do, it's probably a fat one. All right, so we're going to flip back here and see where number 3s are. Okay, it looks like there's some down here. So 3 here. 3s are hard to come by. Oh, okay, they're up here in this other fish. So that's a 3 there. A 3 there. Oh, this part of him was a 1. That part was a 1. This part of him is a 1. Alright, well, we'll see how this color looks, how it turns out. I'm at 13 minutes. I have to keep an eye on that. I don't know what's using up all the space in my phone. I had transferred, oh my Lord, I had so many photographs. It was 1,000 and something photographs in my gallery. And I did not notice really that it was that many. I had to break out the laptop, which I hate because I'm not a computer person at all. To me, it's like a chore that I'd rather scrub the bathtub, to be honest with you. So that's always difficult, or not difficult, but it's always, time to get out the computer. So I had to get my computer out and delete a bunch of pictures, or transfer them over, which then gave me more room to film. But now it seems like I'm back to a limited time. So I must have videos on here or something that I don't really remember having. I'll have to check that out and see what's going on. Okay. That's all I had with the 3, I think. Oh, this must be 3 too. Let me check before I make a mistake. 3 and 10. So 3 is up here. Have you guys ever done one of these? Let me know how yours turned out. I'm glad my hubby picked the sea theme. He gave my other daughter one that was a horse. I wouldn't have enjoyed coloring a horse as much as fish, because the horse, it's going to be a lot of brown. And that was my refrigerator kicking on. Let's see. Any more threes? Do you see a three? Holler. Holla. Holla for a three. I don't see. Oh, okay. There's one over there. Underneath this fish's tail is a three. Yep. And that's all I see at the moment. So I'll go ahead and do that piece. Yep, it's just that piece there. And then we'll move on to number 4. So yeah, when I finish this, probably just use some double sticky tape and post it into my art journal. Which reminds me, okay, now I'm on to 4, which would be this color. Finishing up the video series on making the art journal, binding it. Okay, I tried to do that on film, and there was no, like, the book is so big, and when you're binding a book and you're sewing in and out of the signatures, you're flipping it back and forth. So I was like halfway out of the picture, out of the frame. I was knocking into the camera. It was just bad. It was bad. So I think what I'm going to do is make a very miniature one that will fit underneath here, and I will show you how to bind that way. And of course you can use the same stitches and the same exact thing with a bigger book if you want to make one. I'm also in the process of making another coloring art journal that I'm going to give away on my channel. I want to make some to sell, but first I want to give one away. So that led me down a rabbit hole of, let's see, number 4. That led me down a rabbit hole of what is permitted to sell. Can you sell someone else's pictures if you've done, the work on them? I thought no. When I looked it up, you can sell, I don't know the name of the law right off the top of my head, but if you really want to know, I will look back and tell it to you. You can sell, so if Joanna Basford had a picture and you colored it, you can sell your colored works of her, even though she drew the picture. You can't reproduce the pictures and sell them, and I don't think you can sell, I don't think you could put them in bind a book full of them and sell it that way. The only way you can, you can resell a book, of course. We all see people selling their coloring books online and stuff. So yes, you can resell a book. Once you purchase the image, it is yours. Okay, so it's yours to color and sell, or what you want to do with it. You just can't make copies and then gain off of selling that way, which makes a lot of sense because you purchased one image. That image is yours. It's for your use at home. If you want to copy it 100 times and color it 100 different ways, that's fine. But to make profit off of selling it, copies of it, is a no-no. So that's interesting to know. So when I do my, when I make my next coloring book journal to give to one of you guys, I am going to include pictures that are from some artists. It's not going to all be stock images. So since it's just a gift from me to you, I thought it will be fine. But then when I make some more up to sell, I just don't want to straddle that line of yes or no, gray area. So I will use mostly or entirely stock images in the ones that I'm going to sell, plus different papers, sketchbook paper and writing paper and stationery, whatever I find that I can throw in there, to make it pretty. But I just don't want to, profit off someone else's work in that way. If I colored it and sold it, that's my coloring, that's different. But I don't really want to put someone's images in a book and then sell the book. Yeah, I just feel like that's a little I have a little bit of a gray area that I don't want to cross. So yes, I will be finishing up the coloring book series, how to bind series for you. It's just going to be in miniature. Funny, because we're doing miniatures today. You see, I like miniatures. I want to get that done because I don't like having it hanging in the air. I will try to get that done this week, if I possibly can. My mom's having surgery on Friday, so that's nerve-wracking. She has COPD, and I just hate, and she's on oxygen. I hate the thought of her, being under. But she has a hernia, and she's in pain, so they want to get that taken care of. I did not know that you could get a hernia, my mom's not active at all. I mean, she had knee surgery several years ago, and ever since then, she doesn't do anything. I mean, she just, pretty much hangs out at the house. Doesn't do very much at all, so I don't know how she got a hernia, but apparently you can get one from other ways besides exerting yourself. Because when I was a kid, I remember people, was always seemed to be men, older men, saying they had a hernia and they hurt themselves on fixing a car or moving furniture or something. So I always associated it with strain on the body, but apparently you can get it in other ways, and she did. So yeah, I have to save Friday for that. But I will try to do the conclusion of the coloring journal before then, if I can. If not, I'll definitely get it done before next week. Okay, where else is there for? So it's nice when you can flip it back over and then check and make sure your progress is going okay. And also, you can always go over this with your pencils later to get a more smoother look to it once you get it all colored in. And that's probably what I will do to kind of blend out the colors and make it look a little more seamless, All right, we're at 22 minutes. I'll probably color these few places and then call it quits. So let me know what you think about Tiny Tuesday and Mini Monday, if it's something you would like to see more of. Also, let me know, would you want me to show more of this picture next time, or just complete it on my own and then show something else? You let me know. It's basically, your channel, because you're the viewer, and if you're not viewing, I'm making videos for nothing. So whatever you want to see me do, I'll be glad to attempt at doing. I have a lot of ideas, just a little low on the energy right now. I got the winter blues for sure. My mom keeps saying she wants to buy me one of those lights, for seasonal affect disorder. Some kind of light that you sit underneath that it's like fake sunlight, I guess. What's the difference in that and a tanning bed, I wonder? Huh. Alright, guys. Well, we're at about 24 minutes. I don't want to be in the middle of something and then be shut off. That's happened to me before. So I hope you enjoyed the beginning of Mini Monday, Tiny Tuesday. And as I said, drop me a comment. Let me know what you think, what you want to see, if you enjoy this kind of thing. And as always, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your likes, your shares, your subscriptions, and your lovely comments. I appreciate you, each and every one. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.